Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back here to my channel where I play Plan Zoo. My name is Nisa and today I know we still have a lot of water habitats to do, but I feel like we needed a palette cleanser here in between. So I thought we have this tiny piece of land here where we can't put anything too tall because we have the end of the gondola ride up in the air one here. So we need a kind of smaller animal in here, but we still need something to put in. I am aware that I could make something way easier, but I chose to go with the Komodo Dragon. Basically because I'm in love with the English name. Now, in Danish it's still Komodo, but then it's just called Komodo Dragon. Varan equals to monitor or lizard or something in between that. But the Komodo Dragon just sounds so much better. So I'm kind of in love with the animal just with that. And besides that, I grew up with the different kinds of lizard as pets. I'm not really sure what they're called in English. Sorry about that. But I love these creatures growing up, and the Komodo Dragon is the biggest, baddest one of them. So I really wanted to make a habitat. It's been a while since I did that. And I do feel like it's an animal a lot of YouTubers don't really think about, and it's not on purpose, it's just not one of the more flashy animals we have in the game. So that's what we're gonna do today, and it's gonna have this entire area, which is a tiny bit too big, so we're gonna put more than just two in here. At least for the cinematics, because I wanted to get pictures of the Komodo dragons everywhere and not just in one corner. Over time there will be lists in here naturally. Anyway, while I have you here, did you see that I made my first live stream this Saturday? And when this go out Wednesday, we will already have the next one out. So check it out. If you aren't able to be there live, you are welcome to see it afterwards. It is basically the same as I do here, but because I don't really have the same opportunity to research for it, I won't have that much info on it, but we will still build, and it will be more relaxed and chill than it is here in my speed builds, where I need to say a lot before the time runs out. Where over there we're gonna relax, we're gonna take a chill, and then you can ask me questions. I know when I see someone make a speed build, then sometimes they do something where I can't really understand in my head how they did it. And it's just a nice way to be able to ask those questions and figure things out. Yeah, so if you want to join me over there, it's on the same channel. You are very welcome to. I try to change in between when I'm going live, though the first one was, I think, 2, 3, maybe 3.5 hours, something there. Where I feel like a lot of the other videos will be shorter, mainly because it's, what's it called? The first thing I did was a train station with 2 platforms, train, restaurant, parking lot, everything. Where the next one we're gonna make, the one that goes up here Monday. I know, again, you're not gonna see this before Wednesday. It's gonna be a nocturnal house with the meerkats and the aardvark. And again, the premise is that the guests can only see the animals on the train, so I need to get the train inside of the nocturnal house somehow. And at this point I still have no idea how to do it, but I'm gonna figure it out when I do it Monday. So it will already be up when you have seen this, but yeah, I will really like you if you wanted to enjoy coming over there. Also, all of the animals that I built is something you decide. So over there, if you don't see it live, if you see it later, comment below animals you want to make me build, and then I will put them on the wish list, and basically the one with the most wishes is the one I do next. That's it. So even now you can go over there and wish whatever you want me to build, and yeah, the premise is it's just for fun. So it doesn't matter how weird it is. Give me a give me an obstacle, I will try to live up to it. Now let's focus just a little bit on today. We got a build for the Komodo Dragon, and the Komodo Dragon is the largest lizard in the world, and it is almost famous for this very poisonous bite it have. It have a long kind of forked tongue, which are yellow, and the skin are usually gray or grayish. They have these very strong scales that actually contain tiny bones, so it's kind of an exoskeleton like the tortoises, for instance, but not really, because they still have the normal bones inside their bodies, so they're kind of a pre-stage maybe to the shell a tortoise have, or something like that. Again, it's all of these small bones combine these skulls and really toughen them up, so you kind of need a lot of force to attack a Komodo dragon compared with the other lizard that has normal scales. It is, however, important to notice that young hatchlings, which are Komodo dragons right out of the egg, don't have these bones which reinforce these scales. They are not born with normal scales, and then over time they will form these bones which can actually move around and reconstruct over time when the Komodo dragons grow even older. So the armor is something it doesn't have before it's actually old enough to start fighting with other Komodo dragons or dangerous animals. The baby do rely therefore very much on their parents. The Komodo dragons of course live on Komodo, which is an Indonesian island, but they actually also live on other Indonesian islands, which could be Rinca, Flores, and Gili Motan, I think it's pronounced. And if you don't know, Indonesia is in Southeast Asia. I'm not saying anyone is stupid, because I didn't know where Indonesia were more specifically, so it's just to keep it clear here. They do prefer hotter and dry climates like savanna or grassland, but they do also live around forest, more specifically tropical moist forest, mangroves, and near coasts. So it's not specifically that they only live in drier, hotter climates, but they do prefer it. Which is also why I try to give them this deserty, dry grassland area down here, but still give them this little water hole with trees around it, which would be more tropical, foresty. We don't put in too many trees here because again we have the flowing gondola right just above, so we don't want any guests to clash into any trees here. But it's just we need these two very different biomes in here to keep the monitors or the Komodo dragons happy. Though the Komodo dragons actually are very solitary, they do meet up in groups, both for breeding, which they do once in a while, but also because they basically hunt together. And since the Komodo dragons actually can take down pretty big animals, they can't really eat it all, and they don't really have a fridge to store their leftovers in, so it makes sense they then will share this, both the work on catching it, but also the eating part, so nothing goes to waste, which we in a modern day are very big fans of. And I am aware that the Komodo dragons looks very clumsy and heavy, and trust me, they are heavy, but they can actually run up to 20 kilometers per hour. That's 12 miles per hour. For a limited time, they can't run like just keep running, but when they go for something that they want to eat, they can do it in a limited span. They can also dive up to 4.5 meters, which would be around 15 feet, down into deep water, or if it's deep. I think it's relative if you think 4.5 meters is deep, but it's deeper than I can dive, certainly. And they can also climb trees, so they can actually move a lot more than they seem like they can. And even further, if they want to catch something that's either taller or up in the air, like a little bird or something like that, they can stand on their hind legs and catch it with their teeth and front paws. They can't exactly walk around this way and run around this way, but they can stand up fairly stable and use their literally hands and teeth to claw at something or eat something. Now, an important fact about Komodo dragons is the fact that they are cold-blooded. Therefore, through the night it can become too cold for them, literally. And therefore it's important that they have these burrows which they dig. These burrows can measure from 1 to 3 meters, which here are listed as 3.3 to 9.8 feet long. And they basically dig them themselves. I always thought that they would just take over a prey's burrow, but they can actually dig them themselves. And again, because of their giant size and these burrows, they can maintain the body heat through the night, but in the day they will need to go out and reheat up, if you can say it that way. Which is kind of funny because they will still try to keep out of the of the sun, the warmest part of the day. And therefore they wait to hunt till the afternoon instead of doing it in the hottest time of the day. And one thing we need to talk about, and I don't mean this as a good thing, but the Komodo dragon actually have other reasons to be vulnerable than other animals have, because they fight with the volcanic activities in the areas, earthquake, of course loss of habitat, we heard that before, fires, loss of prey due to poaching. So instead of people hunting them, they hunt their prey. Then we have the tourism that we heard about before, illegal poaching of the dragon, so there are still some people that hunt them. So they have plenty of reasons to not really thrive in nature anymore, but they are luckily only listed as vulnerable, and hopefully they can get help in the future. Though the cinematics already started, so I will shut up and I will be back later. Okay, guys, it seems like we are here, and yeah, I really hope you enjoyed it. As you can see, it's the first speed build I made with the new upset here. I hope you like it. And you know the drill, guys. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye, guys!